It is said in the Prarthana of the Bhagavad-Gita itself, Sarvopanishado gavo dukta gopalanandana partho vatsasudir bhokta duktam gitamritam hat. A cow would give milk only when it is shown a calf. The mother cow will give the milk only when the calf is around. In the same way, Bhagavad-Gita is considered as all the cows put together. Sarva Upanishad Gavaha. Sarvopanishado Gavo. Gavaha means all Upanishad put together is the one cow. And who is the milkman here? Dogda. Dogda means dug means dug in Sanskrit means milk. Doodh Hindi mein. Dogda means dogtr, one who is a milker. नहीं मिलकर नहीं हो मराठी नेम नहीं मिलकर केलकर ऐसा नहीं मिलकर मिलकर means one who is milking. So the milker is Bhagavan Krishna. Cow is there, milker is there. Parthaha Vatsaha. Who is the calf there? Partha. That is Arjun. So now the calf is also there. Then what is that pending? To milk. What is the dugdam? What is this milk? Gita Amritam. The nectar of Gita is called the actual milk. Sarvopanishado gavo dogda gopalanandana partho vatsaha. Now, who is the drinker of this milk? This Gita Amritam, who is drinking it? Sudhihi bhokta. Sudhihi bhokta, meaning one who has good mind. Sushtudhihi yasya. One who has quiet, attentive, concentrated, pure, clean, willing, sincere listener. Such a person is the actual enjoyer of this milk called Gita. So we'll see one by one and then we'll understand. Now, why is it that Upanishad is called, all Upanishad put together called Gavaha? Bhagavan Krishna's one name is called Govind. You all know that. Bhaja Govindam. You also know Govind. In Sanskrit, Gav, Go, which means a cow. Vindate means one who is found by that. One who is found by, or one who is found or discovered through the Vedas. So the Gavaha Upanishad, through the Upanishad, whom do you find as a truth? That is Krishna. This is one meaning. But when we take the Bhagavad story as such, then he was the one who is taking care of all the cows. It is so symbolically put. We just cannot understand how beautifully it is done. Upanishads are all cows. Who's protecting the cows? Govind. It is said that during the avatar of Bhagavan Krishna, all the Vedas are requesting him, how do we be with you? Come as cows. I'll take care of you. And all the rishis have said, if the Vedas are going to take the form of the cows, what are we going to do? You come as my friends. All the children who are there playing with him are all the rishis and munis. So then the Swargavasins, they all said, what do we do? You come as Gopas and Gopis. So interesting thing is, all the Gopas and Gopis are none other than the residents of the Swarga, and the cows are all nothing but Vedas, Upanishads. And Bhagavan Krishna himself is the cowherd boy, taking care of it. Symbolically, that is what it means. Interestingly, Christ also is born in the cow shed. No, he was also cowherd only there. Well, not cowherd, carpenter, but there are a lot of similarities you will find there. So, Sarva Upanishadaha Gavaha Dogta Gopalananda. One person said, what is that place from which the milk comes? It's called udder. So this person, he had started a, dairy farm, but he failed. He couldn't, make it as a business. So he wrote to his friend saying, my dairy business went through udder failure. And not udder failure. Anyway, that's a joke apart. Why Upanishads are considered as the cow? Now, in the Indian tradition, Hindu tradition, cows are very, very, very important. Why? Many people ask, why holy cow? What is holy about the cow? So as much as in today, many of them have this pet as dogs and cats and whatnot. During those times, every household had cow. Because from the cow, what is acquired as the milk is a most precious offering to gods. It's called, in Sanskrit, payas means milk. Payasam. Payasam is nothing but milk pudding. That is the best offering you can give. Also, you see, a cow eats grass, but it produces milk. It eats, it is not eating anything else but just a grass. It gives the most nourishing, most, protein potent milk. In the same way, Upanishads are those which are giving us the Amrita Jnana, the knowledge that will make us realize that we are not subject to death. We are not mortal. We are everlasting soul. We are not subject to the suffering which we unfortunately go through because of absence of correct knowledge. And just like the cows which are living in this very world and taking the grass and converting that to the milk, so too the knowledge of Upanishads are given by those people who have realized here only. Knowledge was given to us by the Upanishad, by the people who lived as humans. If all the Upanishads you take, that's what you see. All rishis and munis who lived as anybody else in this world, and then with their observation of the life, they have come to give us the most immortal words in the form of Upanishads. In the Vedas, there are 3 important sections. One is called Brahmana, another is Upasana, another is called Brahma-vidyaayai. First 2 portions are called Purva Mimamsa. Second part, the last part is known as Uttara Mimamsa. Purva and Uttara. Purva means before, Uttara means later. Now, in the beginning part of the rituals and then various other things, what he said was, whatever you want to achieve in this world, how to achieve it in the right way. That is what is taught. And also, how to, by doing karma, etc., you can reach the highest place of pleasure called heaven. But it is not permanent. You have to come back. Again, do the same thing. Rituals go through. It is like you go for a cruise. I'm going to go cruise, Swamiji, to where? South America. All right. So 7 days of cruise. After 7 days, what do you do? Enjoying all the food that you ate unnecessarily for so many days and all that. Sometimes falling sick also in between. After the 7th day, you come back to your base. And again, what? Start working for the next vacation. In the same way, going to heaven is not a permanent situation. You go there, enjoy the pleasures of the heaven, come back. Again, go through the same thing. But what is to be done the right way? This is explained and various rituals are prescribed, methodologies are given, and various upasanas are given. It's all the bulk portion of Vedas is considered as Purva Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa is about highest knowledge. How to come out of this cycle of birth and death. Therefore, Vedanam Antaha Vedanta. The end portion of Vedas. Also, all your actions and all that various things that you have been doing, only to come back again and again and again and again, ends here by this knowledge. Therefore, Vedanta to nama Upanishad Pramanam. Pramanam means a means to know something. When with my eyes, I know the colors and shapes and forms of everything. If I don't have eyes, can I know any of the colors, any of the shapes, any of the forms? No. Similarly, ears are used for knowing sound. If the ears are not there, then I will not know sound. Similarly, tongue for taste, nose for smell. In the same way, we need to know about that which is otherwise unknown. What happens after death? Is there God at all or not? Is there a heaven? How to go to that place? What is the right thing to do? What karma one has to do? What action will lead to what result? What action I did because of which what I am right now? Many, many questions arise once you start thinking. Who will answer it? You cannot ask somebody in the road or somebody who is not even having any knowledge about it. What is the source of knowledge for all these things? Therefore, in the Hindu culture, Vedas are the Pramana. What is Dharma? What is Adharma? What is to be done? What should not be done? So Bhagavan Krishna says, therefore, to understand what to do and what not to do, how to do, how not to do, you need a pramana. Like if you are buying a cell phone, and along with that it comes a manual. Without the manual, can you operate it? You may be doing it, but you may not be doing the right thing. So therefore, any object you buy, first thing what you do, open the manual and find out. Chair chahiye? Kursi So when you buy any equipment, along with that comes the manual. That's a pramana. How to use it. And even buy a pen, there will be one small booklet will be there. And in that it will be only use our ink. Otherwise it will not work. Or some other battery operated equipment, it will say this battery only you should use, not anybody else's use. In the same way, how to live in this world, does it have a manual? Do you have a manual? If you get married, and how to handle the husband? Is there a manual somewhere? So, one person went to a library and asked, is there a book on how to be a happy husband? So the librarian said, go to the fiction section. So everything comes with manual. No, but how to live in this world and what to do, what not to do, we don't know. Most of the time we just imitate others or our parents. But the Hindu culture has got very clearly Shastra Pramanam. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Akarya Vyavastitau. To know what is Karyam to be done and Akaryam what should not be done. So, if you understand this way, Karma Karne ke liye Purva Mimamsa is the Shastra. Jnana ke liye Uttara Mimamsa is the Shastra. For understanding what to do, what not to do, you use Purva Mimamsa of the Vedas. But to know what beyond death, what is that which is called immortal nature of my being, how to attain that ultimate joy, and also how to stop this endless cycle of birth and death. That requires knowledge. Where do I get that? For that, Vedanta is the Brahma. So therefore, Sarva Upanishad Gavaha, all Upanishads are considered as, Vedanta is considered as the cow. Now, you understood that. Now, how many Upanishads are there? So far, they have accounted for 108 Upanishads. 108. But actually, there were much more than that. And these are all destroyed when Nalanda University was burned to death, burnt or down. And the aggressors to the country have unpad log hai. They don't know. What they did was, at that time, entire various countries from various countries, including China and Far East and all, people used to come to India only for knowledge. And the other day, I was there in some place. I asked these kids, 8th graders, 9th graders, why do you think Vasco da Gama came to India? They said, by mistake. So, even coming by mistake, what was his purpose of travel? What was his purpose of travel? They were looking for spice. Are Buddhu log, people coming from other part of the world to get spices? Do you think so? And then they cannot even go back. What do you do with the spices? Eat in the middle of the sea. This is the story that everybody has given, though they came searching for spices. So, खाने के लिए इतना दूर आएगा? From one part of the world to another part of the world. They came for finding what is this successful culture is all about. What do we learn from here? How to produce spice? Interesting thing is, when you come from India, first thing they were, what are the spices you brought? Still they think that we only bring spices. I said, nobody will venture to go across the seas to find eatables. There was such a culture, so rich a culture, and which was self-sufficient culture, filled with wealth of not only physical wealth or material wealth, but knowledge of all kinds of knowledge. On the other day, I was watching one video, I think some of you I shared with, to construct a temple which is full of granite and so beautifully create that structure, any hard material to shape it up, you need harder material. You cannot cut the stone with something which is softer than the stone. It will break. What is that they have used to construct such granite structures? If you go to South and other places and even Puri and Jagannath, you'll find technology was so far advanced. Where did he get that knowledge from? I'm not talking about Vedanta alone, but so many things. Metallurgy, construction, architecture, medicine, astrology, weaving, scriptures, language, dance, music, just name anything under the sun. That is what people want to find out what it is. So they came from all over the world and it is all documented. But all those were burned. And whatever was remaining is what we have got. So Upanishads are now presently accounted only 108. These 108 Upanishads, they all have only one subject matter. That is how to realize your deathless presence, immortality. Because one thing that makes all of us constantly remain in fear is death. Fear? Is it not true? About unknown things about we are afraid of. The fear of death is of two kinds. One, beyond this what? After I physically leave this physical body, what is afterwards? Am I going to be there or not? See, when we go to sleep, we do not have that fear, right? If in the going to sleep also, you are leaving this body. But are you afraid? Then you will never go to sleep. Are you afraid when you go to sleep? Why? Because you are leaving your body there on the bed. Tomorrow I will come back, Swami. Tomorrow I will wake up, right? If somebody tells you, no. Tomorrow you are not going to come back. You will never, not a wink of sleep. So that is why as you age, to come to this point of say 80, 85, 95, still if you live on that long, you do not know tomorrow will be there or not for you. Why? Because we have no knowledge about what is beyond this. After I leave this body, what is there? This is one reason we are afraid. Second fear is because of losing what you are already habituated to, or losing everything that you are now happy with. My children, my grandchildren, my pet, my house, my iPhone. Endless attachments. I don't leave them and go. We all think we are so important. Only when we realize we are not that important in this world. Even if I leave, everybody will be happy. Once you realize that, oh, so many people have come and gone. Right? Then we remember them. So you also understand, you are okay. But just because you are leaving, people will be a little unhappy for some time. After that, they get going with their work. So our fear is what? This fear is also of two kinds. One, I am going to leave people. Other is, they'll forget me. You feel very unhappy when people forget me also. Or after all, they put a picture and a mala, finished. So, but one who realizes that I may go away from this physical body, but I will not become absent. I am always there. This immortal nature, once you realize, you are not going to be afraid of anything. You live in this world also with complete joy. Even as you age or even as you proceed on in your life, you will have no fear, no unhappiness about it. Because what? I am always going to be there. One form or the other. Just like I go to sleep and get up and next day begins, right? The same way, this physical body you give up, next one is there. That's why Hindus are all very relaxed, अगले जन्म में देखेंगे इस जन्म में कुछ नहीं होगा मुझे पता है whatever I couldn't do in this अगले जन्म में but that is not the case with Christianity, Islam. No, you have to do it now itself. But I am immortal. This knowledge is what Upanishad gives you. Sarvopanishado gava. Dokta means one who is bringing only the essence. See, in Upanishad, what we find, there are so many discussions about how the world has been formed, how the creation has taken place, how Maya had worked on this, who's Ishwara, and all the details about that, how to approach a teacher, how to ask a question, what questions to ask, how the teacher would begin answering, what are the qualifications of the student. But in Gita, straight on to the subject. There is no description about how the world was created. There is no discussion about how to approach a teacher. What question to ask is not. Qualification of the student is also not given. Here and there, but not in specific ways. So, Bhagavan Krishna, what he did was, he took only the essential part of it and gave only that. So, Sarva Upanishad-saaraayai, right? That is what the name is given here. Sarvopanishad-saaraayai Namah. Saaraayai Namah. Gita is Upanishad Saram. Very essence of Upanishad. Like when you take fruit, mango, you don't eat the whole thing. Nowadays, even the skin is not good to eat. Only the juice. And you remove the shell, remove the skin, everything. Only the juice. In the same way, Upanishad has so many different details, but Bhagavad-Gita is only the essence of it. Some people, without even reading Upanishad, they come directly to Gita. That is also good. Some people read the Upanishad and come to Gita. That is better. I'll tell you why. Both are okay. Because when Gurudev started to speak on Upanishad, way back in the 50s, Upanishad is kind of abstract. So when he started to speak, people were going blank. They just cannot understand so lofty ideas. So Gurudev noticed that people are not ready now. Let me start Gita. That's when he started Gita Jnana Yajna, way back in the 50s. To give the knowledge of Gita. Once you read Gita and then you go to Upanishad, you will see the elaboration of that. Whatever I learned in Gita, elaborated in so many Upanishads. Or if you read Upanishad and come to Gita, hey, that is there in Katha Upanishad. Oh, this is there in that Upanishad. Oh, here is where it's coming from. You'll find the connection, where it is picked up from. Very nicely. Just like now, very good cook, when she eats the food, she knows, this is lemon, this is pepper. By the taste itself, you'll know it. I and all, we have no idea about any of this. Whatever people give. Swamiji always said, very nice. Even if it is not, I will have to say that. Always next day I won't get it. So, very nice. So, how was the salt? Salt? Yeah, it was there. Salt was good. Swamiji, you saw carrot? Yeah, carrot was there. Yes, carrot was there. I don't look for those things. So, but a good cook is one who can distinguish, oh, this is made of this dal, and this is from this rice and that. Similarly, when those who have studied Upanishad and come to Gita, they can find out where exactly these ideas are coming from. And as I said, the calf is the Arjun. Now, it's only an excuse. Just like a milkman will show the calf and take it out. Otherwise, the calf will drink all the milk. Calf is only an excuse. Once the milk starts, calf is out. Similarly, Partha, Arjuna was only an excuse for Bhagavan Krishna to speak about this most beautiful subject matter. Gurudev said, over the shoulder of Arjuna, Krishna is addressing the entire humanity. Arjuna is only just a starting point. Like calf. Then, who is the person who is enjoying this knowledge? Sudhihi. A person with a pure mind can easily understand the great Amritam given by Bhagavan Krishna. Now we'll come to the subject matter. What is the subject of the Upanishad? It is called Brahma-vidya. Brahmana Vidya. Not Brahmana Vidya. Please understand. Brahma-vidya. What is Brahman? Before we understand Brahma-vidya. See, all religions start from concept of God. Whether it's Christianity you go, Islam you go, Judaism, all of that. There are some other subjects, some of the religions who do not talk about God. Like Buddhism or Jainism, they all don't talk about God. Because according to them, that is not necessary. When Buddha was asked, is there God? He kept quiet. He didn't say no, he didn't say yes. He just kept quiet. What does it mean? Does he say yes or he say no? He didn't say. I met a Buddhist scholar some time back and asked, tell me why he did not answer that question. So he's struck. He's an American Buddhist. I don't know. So there are two, three or four possibilities are there. One, he knows it cannot be explained. If he says yes, then you have to explain what it is. If he says no, then you have to prove that he is not there. This is one meaning. Second is, the students who are not mature enough to understand what it is. Student may not understand it because the mature student only can be given the correct answer. Even immature student asks the question, what do you answer? So he is quiet, he is being silent, mean many things. So whether Buddhism accepts God or not, will not be debating right now. Now, so all religions believe in God. And all of them say He is the ultimate. Father in the heaven is the ultimate. So, and every religion would say that is the ultimate God. What do you call it as ultimate God in Hinduism is called Brahman. It is not Krishna, it is not Rama, it is not Shiva, it is not Ganesha, it is not Saraswati, it is not Durga, it is not Devi, it is not Saraswati or Lakshmi. But all different forms of God that we worship as Hindus are included in that. Every form of God that you worship is included in that. Therefore, the meaning of Brahman means the ultimate, the big. In Sanskrit, it's called Brihatvat Brahma. Brihatvat means that which encompasses everything into itself. Brahma. So, the Vidya, the knowledge is about that ultimate one, which includes everything. Every living being, all things in the world. Whether it is alive or a sentient being or with just life, which is no life. Meaning, not only me, you who are alive, even the objects, this is also included in Brahman. So what it means is, from the standpoint of a Hindu who understands Brahma-vidya, nothing in this world which is not Brahman. Nothing in this world which is not touched by God. Everything is included in God. That's why we worship trees, we worship hills, we worship mountains, we worship even the rivers, we worship the animals, sun, moon, fire, water, earth, stars, isn't it? Stones. Why is that? Others cannot understand this concept. See, for them, other than human being, others are not worthy of worship. But in Hinduism, there's Ayudha Puja, right? You might have, like, coming up, right? Ayudha Puja. Now, what do you do? Every day, whatever you use, especially TV also, you put chandan. That is also worthy of worship. You are driving a vehicle, that also chandan kumamala. A book, in that also. Those who are students, they put to the book. Those who are driving a car, they will put in that. Those who are carpenters and all the carpentry, all the things that they put chandan. Everything. Why? Because everywhere he is there. I am constantly dealing with that Brahman only. In every form, every living being, trees and plants and even leaves and flowers, everything is worthy of worship. So the Vidya is about Brahman. Meaning to realize that I am constantly being accompanied by that absolute truth in all various ways. Nothing is exceptional. This knowledge, when one has, one will, even this physical body is also creation of Brahman. So therefore, taking care of this body is important. Everybody's body is also divine. So nobody must be insulted. Nobody should be looked down. Nobody is unimportant. Nobody is insignificant. Nobody is untouchable. Everyone is equal. Everything is touched by the same one. See, in your physical body also, some of them are important, some of them are not. Is it so? You may not know. Is spleen important for you or not in your body? How about kidney? Only when it fails you will realize. How about heart? How about brain? How about lungs? Are they important or not? Yes or no? Have you seen them? Why are you considering important? Why? Why do you think spleen or a lung or a kidney or a heart or a, any other part of the body, why do you think it's so important? Because they are doing their job. Only when they stop, you'll realize. Similarly, in this world, Bhagavan has created everything in which everything is only working. And every one of them are doing their part of the thing to make this world go on. You may not even see them. You may not know that existence. That's why what we chant, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Who is the Sarve? Somebody. Sarve means all beings. Bhavantu, may they become Sukhinaha, happy. Why? Because if I have to be happy, all those people, all those things which are there, whom I may know, I may not know, must be healthy and happy. Sarve santu niramayaha. Let them all be without any disease. And all of them look for the highest good. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. That's what we chant. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhave. Let no one remain in sorrow. This is our universal prayer. There's no God involved here. See? Everyone. It's no calling of any God. The Brahman includes whether you are Christian or Islamic or the Jewish, whatever. Included there. Everybody is included. That is the idea of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. One family. We belong to a tradition which believes in one family, one earth, one family. Because everybody is included in that problem. This knowledge alone can be a saving knowledge for the human beings. This is discussed in the Upanishads. How to understand everything as one. How to understand the presence of that one in which everything is included. It is like all the rivers from all over the various places, finally when they reach into that ocean, they lose their individuality. Whether it is Ganga flowing, Yamuna is flowing, Sindh is flowing, Tungabhadra is flowing, Godavari is flowing, Narmada is flowing. All rivers, when they flow and become one with the ocean, then you can't distinguish them. Oh, this is from Narmada, this is from Yamuna, this is from Gita, not Gita, from Ganga, this. No, you can't. In the same way, once one realizes that all of them are included in that Brahman, for such a person, thereafter, there is no discrimination at all. For him, everybody is the same. All living beings are the same. Only when this knowledge is there, a person can love everyone without any kind of partiality. Man or woman, animal or human, object or a being. Whether it's a stone or a leaf or the flower or the tree or the earth or the fire or water or space or the moon or the sun or the sky or the stars. Everything is one and then alone we can truly happy. Ultimately, the Brahma-vidya should give Anand, supreme Anand. You know, and the other day I was talking in one place, and prior to that, prior to going to that particular satsanga, I was in another meeting in which I put my name there. I was looking at my name, and suddenly this thought came. You know my name, right? I hope you know. So, then we went to that satsang, which was about the topic battle, about the battle, war. So I said, can any war end in peace? No war end in peace, correct? Nobody say, I fought against somebody and I brought peace. Nobody, nowhere it happened. A war always leads to another war. If not today, tomorrow it will start. If not tomorrow, it will start another day. If not in this year, this is an ongoing situation. You fight against someone, that fellow will wait for an occasion to fight back. So therefore, what is the thing that we understand? Is war Ananda? Understood? When I read my name, Ishwarananda. Is war Ananda? That's a question. Somebody asking that question. Can the war end in Ananda? No, it cannot. So my name is wrong actually. Is war Ananda? It's a question. So, such a person alone can accommodate everyone and cannot have any hatred towards anyone, anything. That is Brahma-vidya. Upanishad gives you that knowledge by which you fulfill your life. And who doesn't want the final Ananda or bliss? That Ananda in which there is no war. That is called Ayodhya. There is no Yuddha there, or otherwise known as Aranya. Ranya means, Ranam means battle. Aranya means no battle. That is why Brahma-vidya is known as called Aranya-vidya. Aranya-vidya means that which is not leading to any war. Also, Aranya means forest. That which is given in the quietude of a forest, in the serenity of a forest, in that quietude and solitude of the forest. It's called Aranya Vidya. Knowledge passed on from a teacher to the student in the quietude and solitude and serenity of a forest. And the other same meaning, the other meaning is where this knowledge leads to no more conflicts, no more battle, no more misgivings. Once you are in the company of somebody who knows you completely, who understands you well, would you not feel so comfortable? On the other hand, if you are with the company of somebody who always is ridiculing, criticizing, misunderstanding you, you feel, even if both of them are not talking, you feel so restless. Isn't that true? I don't know what he's thinking about me. If I say something, you will misunderstand. If that kind of a person is around you, you will not be able to even talk. So a Mahatma who has understood the Brahma-vidya is one in whose presence everybody feels so comfortable, so accommodated, so quiet, because such a person does not judge people based upon their external appearance, caste, color, creed, status, education, no judgment. So one who reaches that point of knowledge is the one who can accommodate everyone with no difference at all. Therefore, Brahma-vidya leads to the state of sadhutva, the state of saintliness, the state of total joy, the state of recognizing one's own immortal nature. And such a person alone can teach and make others also realize you are also equally immortal. It's not I am a special person. No Upanishad teacher said, I am, special. You are all, mortals. No. I have recognized my immortal nature and it is equally you too. Tat Tvam Asi. You are that only. Don't misunderstand yourself. That's why there are 4 Mahavakyas in the Brahma-vidya Jnanam. You are that. First, the teacher says, understand the one you have is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. Yourself is Brahman. Yourself includes everything. Tat Tvam Asi. You are that. Having listened to that knowledge, that student goes back and meditates upon it, and then he realizes that prajnanam, that consciousness that is in me is Brahman, and Aham Brahma Asmi. I am that Brahman. So this is called Brahma-vidya. So this knowledge is life-giving knowledge. That's why it's called immortal elixir, Amritam. Brahma-vidya is Amrita Jnana. And Bhagavan Krishna gives us in the way we can understand. Think about it. The war is about to begin. Rana Bhumi it is. And what is he teaching? Aranya Jnana. What knowledge you should have finally? A warless knowledge. A knowledge that transcends all wars. Because ultimately the war will end in some result. Some people will die. Some people will survive. Somebody will be successful. Somebody will be a failure. But knowledge, Arjuna, you should have this knowledge. Even as you are fighting the war, if you have the knowledge that you are not subject to any death, you are not going to be a mortal. Only then You will fight the war for dharma. You will fight the war for what is right without any regret. Just like a surgeon takes his knife when he knew that the body is going to do surgery as a cancerous growth, and that cancerous growth has to be removed, and knowing pretty well that I have to do that job so that the person can survive, he will cut open and remove everything what is not needed. In the same way, in a war, you remove unwanted elements so that rest of the people can survive. That's the job you are doing, Arjuna. You're not killing, you are saving. If you understand this point, then the killing is for the right purpose. What is not necessary, you are removing so that those who are fit to live in this world can comfortably live. Just like a person in the garden also, when gardening, you have to remove the weeds. Without that, others won't survive. So do not have any regret in doing this. Don't feel bad about it. You have to do it. So, but at the same time, keep in mind the final goal of yours is to gain that immortal nature. Brahma-vidya. So therefore, Brahma-vidya, with Brahma-vidyaayai Namah. She is the Brahma-vidya. Not Brahma-vidya, one who gives. No, she is. Bhagavad-Gita is Brahma-vidya. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.